Welcome everyone to our Man and Environment project Coffee Ground Coffee Coaster by our team, the God Babies. Now, in Thailand, there are a lot of coffee drinkers and coffee shops that have been consistently increasing over the years. Now, with these great amount of coffee drinkers and shops, 60 million tons of used coffee ground waste are produced each year. Now, the objectives of our project is to create a sustained, knowledgeable, and interactive workshop at a coffee shop where it would reduce the amount of coffee ground, and to also ensure the effectiveness of informative social media content by reaching to the right target audience. Also, the goals of our project is to add value to the coffee ground waste, to spread the awareness of the particular issue, and to address the SDG goals.
So now let's move on to the key methods that will help us to achieve our first objective. So first, we researched for the coaster's recipe. At first, we found this biodegradable recipe, but then with trials and errors, it could not be done. So we changed the recipe to the one that incorporated raisins, and it worked out beautifully. And secondly, we began creating prototypes, some with more coffee ground, some with less coffee ground. And finally, we found the best recipe of 6 to 6, which is 6 teaspoons of raisin and 6 teaspoons of coffee ground. And thirdly, we drafted and wrote our proposal to be sent to the coffee shop. At the same time, we also began to search for coffee shops near Jula that would potentially allow us to use their facilities. We then eventually found one called Cafe Torito at the Faculty of Architecture. And fourthly, we contacted the coffee shop and sent them our proposal and what we need to do the workshop. After a while, they answered and allowed us to hold a workshop at the cafe in the outside part. And fifthly, we visited the cafe and the workshop space provided by the cafe. We also ran a short run-through to make sure that everything is set up as planned. And lastly, on the 9th of April, we held our workshop at the cafe with 5 participants as planned.
So our several prototype, this is our final methods of making the coffee coaster. We will start by mixing the raisin egg with coffee ground, and we could also add in glitter or any other decoration. And then we will mix it with the raisin bee in the 1:1 proportion and stir them for around 5 to 10 minutes. And then we will pour the mixture into the mold and wait for 18 hours, and it will be dry and ready to be used or painted with an acrylic color.
So now moving on to the next part, which is the key methods for our social media platforms. First of all, we began by doing some research about the coffee grounds, its benefits, and so on. And secondly, we created our Instagram page called Gas Babies Official. And thirdly, it's all about content planning. So after gathering all of the information from step 1, we were planning what kind of content would be distributed in the form of videos, or which one would be distributed in the form of post. And after that, we uploaded all of the posts and videos as planned. And next, we also did the performance measurement of our posts and videos using the analytics tools provided by Instagram. And last but not least, during the workshop, we were filming the whole thing and transform that into a short video to upload on our Instagram to kind of show our audiences how the workshop went. So these are the examples of the posts that we uploaded on our Instagram page. They were intended to provide knowledge to audiences about the coffee grounds. And furthermore, we also uploaded a video persuading audiences to join the workshop, and we also made an infographics about the ingredients needed and also the processes of turning the coffee grounds into coffee coaster that could be easily comprehended.
Moving on to the KPI part, starting from the workshop. This one we use Google Form to send out pre and post taste for participants of our workshop activities. This one we aim to raise awareness and give them informative information. The next activities is social media. This one we post content online and aim to raise awareness and also give informative information, and we aim to reach 500 people. These are all the questions included in the Google form, and with the pre and post test we get the result that participants know benefits of coffee ground and participants know how to add value to the coffee waste.
Coming to the key result of the social media parts, from our Instagram @babies official, we have launching the informative contents and a healthy workshop. We have done posting the interactive Q&A stories for both multiple choice and open-ended questions. And the result is that the majority can answer correctly, and the participants know how to reduce the coffee ground waste by such as using plant fertilizer or use it as a body scrubs. We also measure our awareness from the number of accounts reached, and it find that it had reached up to 1,400 for the reviewers and reaching 860 accounts, which both exceeded our targeted number.
Next, we wanted to acknowledge the amazing people who helped us bring this project to life. Their creativity and support were vital in making this eco-friendly coffee cup coaster from resin and coffee grounds. First, a huge thanks to our media and marketing team for being responsible for designing and promoting our campaign. Next, thank you to our workshop and prototype team for developing and hosting workshop for this project. This project wouldn't have been possible without the invaluable guidance from Professor Nipada, Professor Nontivich, Professor Shawatat, Professor Oravan, and Professor Pongchai from our Man and Environment course. Their insights on sustainability and practices truly shape our project. We would also like to express our sincere gratitude to Toredo for providing the perfect space for our workshop. Their warm environment and helpful staff made it a truly successful event. Finally, our deepest gratitude goes to all the wonderful participants who joined our workshop. Their willingness to learn and contribute to a more sustainable future means the world to us. These coasters might seem small, but together we can make a big impact. These are all the resources which we use in this presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to do so. Thank you all again for your time and attention.